Hi, my name is Luke Gross. I'm the owner of Ona Home Solutions LLC. What my company does is we invest in real estate, really for the sole purpose of holding property. And one of the best ways for an investor to invest in real estate for the purposes of holding is to hold a property via the lease option, or commonly known as the rent to own program. And this video is just to give a brief explanation of what a lease option contract is and how it works. So basically, a lease option contract is a lease contract married with a purchase contract. And when you put those two products together, what you have is a lease option contract. So essentially, what happens is if I'm the owner of the property and I'm going to lease option my property to you, essentially what's going to happen is we're going to predetermine a sale price. So for example, if I have a house and it's $100,000, I'm going to, agree with you in a lease option contract to sell you the property for $100,000. And in the process, you're going to give me a down payment. Let's call it $5,000 down. And we're going to have a monthly payment of, let's call that $1,200 a month. So during the duration of our lease option agreement, which in this case, we'll say it's a 3-year option. For 3 years, you and I are in agreement where you're going to pay me $1,200 a month for 3 years, and you've given me $5,000 down payment. Now, if you exercise your option to purchase, that means within that 3-year duration of time, you are basically financing the purchase of this property and you're buying me out. So let's say at the end of the first year, you decide you want to exercise your option to purchase. So what will happen is you've given me $5,000 down payment. So now we had an agreed price of $100. So now when we take that $5,000 down payment, we deduct that off the $100,000 price. So now you're owing me $95,000 plus you paid $1,200 a month. Now in my contracts for lease options, and really many lease option contracts, when they're set up the proper way and you're in a good contract with a seller, a portion of that monthly payment will be allocated to the actual future purchase of the property. So let's say in this case, $100 a month of that $1,200 is being allocated towards the future purchase. And now you get to the end of the year, that's an additional $1,200 on the purchase, or that will go towards the purchase. So now you've got your $5,000 down payment plus an additional $1,200. Now you've got $6,200 total that we're going towards the purchase of this property. So when you go to exercise your option, you've got significant money allocated towards the purchase, which can be justifiable when you go to the bank and you try to get a mortgage. And really the benefit of a lease option is for somebody who's had maybe some trouble with their credit. Maybe they're not bankable right away, but they also don't want to throw all of their money away into a rental agreement. It's a much better way for an individual to get into real estate with the legitimate opportunity of ownership, because what you're able to do is take advantage of an appreciating market. Because if the value of that property is going up while you're in the lease option contract, you're able to take advantage of the appreciation of that property. So, this is a very basic explanation of how the lease option works, and it's really a win-win situation for both the seller and the buyer, because the seller makes more money and the buyer has an opportunity to not lose all of his money, and has an opportunity to buy, and has an opportunity to take advantage of the appreciation of that property if that house actually is in an appreciating market, which fortunately today here in Southwest Florida, property values are continuing to go up. So thank you for watching this video. There will be more. I actually, have 9 other frequently asked questions about, what a lease option is, how they work, and some of those videos will be featured here following this one. Thank you very much.